college thoughts from a single blue tip. The city that I rep, a few niggas sunk ships and didn't understand the power of the two lips. Silence is my weapon, so I keep my mouth closed. It never told a soul how many dudes I left cold. Family turned to enemies, homies switched to frenemies. Didn't let it hinder me.
He sold millions of records, was the most memorable actor in many movies. He has been the main focal point of hip-hop interviews. He touched millions of lives on stage and off. He also shown how the power of the two lips shape and mold your destiny. Born June 16, 1971, Tupac's mother had plans for her son.
Tupac. My mother, you know, when she gave birth to me, she was just coming out of jail, being in jail, because they was holding her for the trial. So she had all these these women, strong women around her, and she was like, what am I going to name my son? And it was this lady who just came from Peru, and she was telling my mother this folk story about a true life Peruvian revolutionary named Tupac Amaru, who the government had told him, okay, we want to, he was fighting the government, and he was really winning. These little fucking tribes was beating the government, and they said, okay, we want to stop fighting. We want to meet with Tupac Amaru. He came in and met with them, and they said, we want to cease the fighting. Would you please cease the fighting? Too many people are dying. We're going to give you what you asked for. He said, okay. Told him to cease fire. As soon as they said cease fire, they cut his arms off, cut his head off, cut his legs off, and stuck him on a stick and put him in the middle of the village. So this is my reminder. That's my reminder. Every time you say my name, that's my reminder to never compromise myself and never quit. There's no such thing as a truce while people ain't free, regardless of who it is.
Tupac grew up around vocal individuals. Once he was able to speak about his point of view, there was no stopping him.
We're not being taught to deal with the world as it is. We're being taught to deal with this fairyland, which we're not even living in anymore.
The American dream ain't nothing but another calculated scheme to get us locked up, shot up and back in chains, to deny us of the future, rob our names. You kept my history a mystery, but now I see the American dream wasn't meant for me, cause Lady Liberty's a hypocrite, she lied to me, promised me freedom, education, and equality. She never gave me nothing but slavery, so now look at how dangerous you made.
I mean, it's like, you know those little things they have for the mice, where they go through around a circle and there's little blocks for it and everything? Well, society is like that. They'll let you go as far as you want, but as soon as you start asking too many questions and you're ready to change, boom.
And it didn't stop there.
So they told me to watch my language. Fuck that. He did tell y'all about my mama and the Panthers, but let me tell you where I ended up. My mama was a crack addict. I ended up in Baltimore on welfare with no lights on in high school. I got disdain for a lot of motherfuckers. Cause I'm gonna tell you, when my mama started cracking and I was by myself, fucking struggle if you don't take care of your babies. Not just yours, but the other soldiers, you know? What about all these soldiers sitting in jail? Where their kids at? Don't none of you motherfuckers give a fuck about them. Little Natasha got a bullet on her motherfucking back and ain't nail one of y'all do a motherfucking thing. If you a lawyer, if you a man, if you an African American, 3,000 niggas for these motherfuckers. I walk around with Natasha in me, I walk around with Fred Hampton and Bobby Hunt in me, and when these motherfuckers press my button and I blow up, it ain't me. Fuck that nigga put on a police uniform in 1993. Fuck that. When the shit jump up, you still got that motherfucker on your asses out. Cause niggas is armed in 1993. I go by myself and I die, and you motherfuckers bury me. I swear before God I will haunt every single one of you punk ass motherfuckers. Do you feel me?
Like, all the society is doing is leeching off the ghetto. They use the ghetto for their pain, for their sorrow, for their culture, for their music, for their happiness, for their movies, to talk about boys in the hood, you know what I'm saying?
Throughout the year, Tupac has been a main event in the media, in more ways than one.
Rapper-actor Tupac Shakur is recovering tonight after being shot 5 times during a robbery in New York City. Police are searching for the 3 gunmen who attacked Shakur.
It's probably not the image he wants to project, but Tupac Shakur, a nominee for an NAACP Image Award, is in trouble.
Regardless how he was portrayed, Tupac remained true to himself. While defending himself in an interview, Tupac stated,
No record, no police record, until I made a record.
He stated that as his music video was first shown on MTV, he was behind bars being beat by the police department. Although the police department settled with a $10 million lawsuit, Tupac was always reminded of the physical injuries he obtained.
See me on TV with my eye busted, my head busted. There's pictures of those.
Tupac stated that he sees these images every day.
Actually, the story that they were talking about is called Soldier Story. And it wasn't about killing cops at all. That's just what the media took, because you know they're going to take what they want. It was about somebody who was so scared of police brutality that he panicked when they pulled him over.
They finally pulled me over and I laughed. Remember Rodney King and I blast on this punk ass.
And it showed how his life fell apart.
Now I got a murder case.
At the end of the story, he died.
Caught a bullet in my head. The screams never left my mouth. My brother caught a bullet too. But I think he gon' pull through, cause he deserves to. This fast life ain't everything they told you. It never get much older. Follow the tracks of a soldier.
But they didn't say that. They didn't talk about none of that. They just...
Even though he struggled with how the world perceived him, he spent his life trying to improve the lives of others.
Again, you have to be logical. You know, if I know that in this hotel room they have food every day, and I'm knocking on the door every day to eat, and they open the door, let me see the party, let me see like them throwing salami all over I mean, just like throwing food around, but they're telling me there's no food in here. You know what I'm saying? Every day, I'm standing outside trying to sing my way in. You know what I'm saying? We are hungry, please let us in. We are hungry, please let us in. After about a week, that song is gonna change to we hungry, we need some food. After 2-3 weeks, it's like, you know, give me all the food, breaking out the door. And after a year, then you just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm picking the lock, coming through the door, blasting, you know what I'm saying? It's like you hungry, you reached your level, you don't want any more. We asked 10 years ago. We was asking with the Panthers. We was asking with them, you know, with civil rights movement. We was asking, you know, now those people that were asking, they're all dead and in jail. So now what do you think we're gonna do? Ask?
Tupac lives on through his music, surpassing many artists alive today with his motivational words in these well-known albums and other published after his death, planting a seed in the minds of the future and preparing the future generation on what's to come.
I don't want to be 50 years old at a BET, We Shall Overcome Achievement Awards. You know what I'm saying? Not me. You know, I want when they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job, is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish, and because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should change it. I don't know how to change it, but I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody's going to clean it up.